G'day, I'm Adrian, and this is my place. G'day everyone, welcome back to my place. Well, today is going to be an interesting day. We're outside. It's been raining for a few days now, so it's the first nice day we've had, and the dogs, they've been going crazy all morning really. Even Brutus have been having to slow him down, but we all really appreciate you coming and spending the time hanging out with us. We're just going to go through today and do as much as we can. I've got to do a tank teardown and really get it out of the way. I want the Acaras that are in there to come out. I want the rainbows that are in there to come out. I'll probably leave the stir-bys. In fact, if I change it up enough, they'll probably breed at the size that they are in there. As far as the other fish in there, I really hope, fingers crossed, that I've still got some baby betas in there. I had half a dozen or so. And then, yeah, I think the rainbows have pretty much been brutalizing them. So, and who knows what else is going to happen throughout throughout the day or next couple of days. So anyway, go and get comfy, because I'm going to talk about fish and a heap of other stuff, aren't we, Zig? So, the dogs are outside with me helping to clean up, aren't you, Zig? What have you been doing? Show what you've been doing. Yep, you've been helping clean up all morning, haven't you? What a help you are. So, not too much damage out the front. A few trees knocked over, a few bits and pieces, but Brutus has inspected it for safety, so we're all good. Zig, you keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, I'll show you what actually this next branch that I'm going to try to get Ziggy to move. Which would be, Zig? Where are you? Got to go down there. This one down here, rather a big one. Actually, I'll show you from down there. So yeah, I don't think Zig will be able to get that one. He's only, he'll probably need Brutus's help, I would suggest, but it's a chainsawing job for me. I actually park my car there quite often. Not when there's storms, of course, and we knew the storms were coming, but yeah, that's where it came down from. Who have we got over there? Sounds like a king parrot. Here it is. Oh, hello, you come to see me, have you? Yeah, I haven't got any food on at the moment. You're after some seed, aren't you? These guys actually become very tame, and they remember for years. I used to feed them on the veranda the first 2 years, and then every spring they'd come back, and you know, I'd feed them, of course, but then my Mrs. Fishroom said no because of the mess they make up there, so I stopped feeding them there. But every single year, same month, these guys will come back to that same spot up on the veranda, and then they obviously get fed elsewhere now, but very friendly birds, beautiful. So this is a king parrot. Say hello to everybody. I'm sure they'll all think that you're beautiful. How did you go in the storm last night? That must have been pretty tough. Anyway, I better go and get something done, huh? See, you're beautiful. I could watch these guys forever. I spent ages actually just outside with them, talking to them. Oh, Zig's already gone down to start. Look at him. Zig, where's the stick? You gonna get the big one? Can you see him down there? He is literally just going down and getting sticks and bringing them up. Oh, Brutus is down there as well, which he probably shouldn't have been. Unattended. So anyway, that's the morning. I'll go down and get these guys back up and into the fish room and keep going. I got to get stuff done. So the main task for today is to clean up this corner a bit by tearing down this tank. It has been it's been a multi-purpose tank and will remain that, but essentially it is the main tank for the fry setup, where I have these racks down here, which you've probably seen in previous videos, and they fit in perfectly. These just came up refrigerator inserts. I think I paid $3 each for them. So they go in there, and then I have this continuous flow through system for the fry setup. Now, I don't have any eggs and fry at the moment, so it's a good time to pull it down. The rainbows are looking spectacular, but they're painful, them and the Ikaras. In fact, the boss of this tank are those 4 rainbows, or 3 rainbows. So I'm going to get them out, and I'm thinking I'm going to put them up here. It's really the only tank I've got. It's already got rainbows in it, number 1, but it is an easy tank to maintain. I'll be able to see them. Rainbows shouldn't bother the sorties up there any more than they currently do, and with more rainbows in there, that'll just sort of take the focus off. I've got the old Queen Gidead still up here. I need to, I was thinking of just putting her in the tank with a boy and letting her breed again if she was so inclined. So I've got a different bloodline as well. So that's those guys. I'll leave the Sturbys in there, and I will take the Ikaras out, and I shall put them. Brutus is just having he's under the boflos. I didn't put that on him. I don't know how he did that. He must have just got underneath it. So they're going to go into the 8-footer, which you won't see much of, but I've obviously got the other Ikaras in here as well. So it's doing okay. Waterfall. If I can try to stop that flashing, that looks terrible. Will it do that? Maybe from there and zoom in. See the duckweed. I've decided I'm going to do a video just on methods I use to control duckweed. You can't really get rid of it. That's a classic. Brutus. So yeah, I'm going to hit this now. I'll put it on time lapse just while I do that and get those out. The other things I got to do today, I'm going to clean the glass on this tank. I'll just show you how that cleans up afterwards. It's actually way better than it used to be, because I think I dropped 3 juvenile plecos in that one, so I'm going to give that a clean. I've already started cleaning this one. As you can see, it needs it. So I'm going to give this one a clean as well. I don't need to clean that because I have the world's fattest Otto Sinklets in there, and biggest possibly. And it's a she, so she's in there doing her job extremely well. The other thing I've done this morning is I've just done a quick clean up on this, which when it clears, I will show you a bit more of that tank and how it's coming along. I think I'll take some red shrimp out as well from the tub that I've got outside, which is out here. What you doing, Sheriff? So I've got really nice red cherries in this tub here. There's a few out. Check out these guys, if I can get the glare off them. So they're only cherries, but at the same time, in there with the blue medacas. I'll drop some spawning mops in for them shortly. So if you're wondering if the medacas can be kept with shrimp, yes they can. But I've got this, these tubs, I'm going to have shrimp in all of these as well. The white clouds are doing brilliantly. If I can show you I'm going to do an outdoor pond tub video as well, so I think you might be able to see them there, because I can sort of see them darting around. Anyway, so all these tubs will have plants and shrimp, but this one I want to pull down, and it has a heap of red cherries in here as well. Being daytime, they're not really out. There's a few around, but yeah, there's some green ones and a whole lot of others in there. So I think what I'll do is, pardon the pun, cherry pick the cherries and take them from here and put them back into that tank inside. So how good's that? I just let it go basically, and yeah, I think it's probably looking as good as it's looked without my interference. And this shaping of this bonsai's coming on well. I've just been cutting the tops off these just to get it to pad up over the top, and I'll have it put it into some sort of scape somewhere, but I'm just it's in training at the moment. Everything else that looks okay after the weather event. These guys have been blown around, as you can see. They were all quite tall and standing and lovely, but that's okay. The goldfish won't mind, and I'll clean that up today. Everything else is okay. A couple of pots blew over, which I've already stood up. So all right, I'm going to get into it, and let's get some productive stuff going today, I reckon. Come on, Brutus, you can hop in that bed. You can be back on. Beautiful, you're back on duty. Oh, these are some of the crypts I've got just in a tub of really clean water from Matt Duffy from the bonsai video that we did. I'm actually going to plant them in a tank that I've got. I'm just looking at her because she looked like she was going to breed yesterday, so hopefully they don't. So okay, I'll time lapse this now. I'll put some tunes on and get this done. So the haul was pretty good as far as the plants are concerned. That's a whole jug just packed with Sawasatane. I've got some crypts in here which I'm just keeping moist just by splashing water on them. I'll do the sponge filter and the tick and some other bits and pieces. I've got a heap of cories left. I don't know if I'll count them. Am I kidding? I won't count them. So yeah, that's all that I can see in there. I knew I had 4 rainbows and 4 Acaras. What I didn't know I had, so here are the ones I knew I had, was these 4 rainbows. So they're about to go up the top, really spectacular. And these guys are the 4 Acaras. They're going to go into the 8-footer. But these guys are the datas that I bred. Now, these are Splash's daughters. So if you can see in this one, and I'm going to fix this up with a rock and some bits and pieces, but you can see that Splash's daughter, obviously. There's a pure white girl in here. This is Stripe's son, Splash's son as well. Now I spoke incorrectly in one of the videos that he'd passed on, but he's still in there. He's enjoying his retirement, so if I can catch him out one day I will. But the next one is she got a bit of colour on it, not at the moment, another girl, and then same with this one in here, another girl. So I've got luckily I had 5 buckets. What I've got to do, and I'll do this in another video, is I'm going to basically probably today or maybe the next day I will actually, I'm going to show this one being pulled down and set up. I wasn't really planning on it except for a future video, but now it needs to be done. I need 5 tanks basically. So I thought 1 might go back in here, maybe 2, and then I'm going to fix up these tanks. So I've got this one spare, so I've just got to give that a bit of a tart up and a clean. I'll clean Splash's tank at the same time, but I've got 2 of these guys that I haven't made up yet. So I thought I'd do the video on pulling these down. I'll show the other one outside now. So you can see there, basically, they're set up to have a pump in them. I'm not going to run a pump, I'm just going to do it through air. And I'll show you how I do the biofiltration through the back here. And I will put another, I'll have to drill or cut through the outlet here for some pipes. So that'll be a separate video. I'll take them from the 3 jail cells, take them out, and have this as just 1 container for 1 fish. I've also got this bowl here, which I could use. It's pretty decent as far as that's concerned. But the video will be about putting these sorts of bio tanks together. Sheriff's on duty. Another branch fall down. It's a little bit windy. So if you want to see that video, please, I would just be stoked if you would like and subscribe so as not to miss it. So now I'm going to fix this tank back up in preparation for all of the baby fish that I've got going in there, which will be all 5 batches of Acaras, and of course the angels, which are doing pretty well. I'm sort of learning how to film this tank. But yeah, they're ticking along nicely. I've lost a few, I know, but that's just how that goes. See if I can get a better pick them up. So anyway, I don't like that tank, and I won't be using it again, I don't think, for filming. So, and then of course the ones that are up here. So I'm going to set it up now. They're not going to go into it, certainly not in this video, but probably I'll wait till I'll probably even up to a month before I put them in, until I can actually physically see them and catch them with a net. Otherwise I'm going to have to pull them out with a siphon. So alright, I'm going to go and start that now. Okay, so we have just got home, been out to lunch. It's my dad's birthday today, so we went up to the local golf club and had a meal up there, which was really nice. These guys seem to have settled in well. Glare's going to be pretty bad until I put the door down a bit later, but I now have 8 electric blue Acaras in here. He's still the boss. So, yeah, sorry about the glare. I can't do much about that. Now, how this looks over here now is, this has cleared up pretty well. Given it's probably been a couple of hours maybe. And I haven't done anything spectacular with it. I've literally just made it really set up for the cories, obviously on the ground. And we're about to put some more cories in here. And for the Acaras, when they come in as little babies, when I combine them all for the first move, this is a pretty good setup. I have I found some Bulbitis, which is pretty cool. These ones over here. So I put them onto some rocks and some timber, in particular for this one. Now, this here is all of the thin leaf Java fern, and these are all just little bits and pieces I've got, but I've actually got a technique that I think I'll show you in the planting tip maybe now, of how I actually get them to sort of combine into one bunch. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. These things are rhizomes, and they grow usually in one straight line. That's a bit of hydrocotyl. Save that one. So what I'm aiming to do is to get a whole bunch of these together to make it look like one thick plant. And they do, grow quite large as the one plant, but it takes a while. So the way I usually do that would be with this particular one, given the double-ended sort of rhizome that's in here, is I would stick one rhizome in through here. Sometimes I just bow the cage out just so I can get the rhizome in if it's a bit too wide, which is actually perfect when you want to actually put something in and have it hold and stay there. So as soon as I get that bit in there, what I'm going to do is move this around now to where I can actually get it into another part, and once again I'll just bow it, hopefully push that edge in. Still in there, yeah. Okay, so basically that will start to grow quite well now on its own, but to thicken it up, I'll stick another one over here, and any more that I find I'll just keep adding to this now to actually make a decent size bunch of Java fern. Now the great thing about planting on here is you can just lift it in, lift it out, no problems at all, and once you get it in, it'll actually start to grow in position and grab hold quite well. So, pretty easy. How that looks down here is just like that. So if I wanted to bury that even halfway up in gravel, that would be cool as well. The roots will go down, and I can lift that in and out once, especially once it starts to take hold and it's actually growing onto it. I can pull this in and out pretty much at will, just add more to it. So yeah, you do get an instant effect from a whole heap of little ones if you spend the time, and I've literally just jammed them in there for the sake of this exercise. But yeah, I think if you put some time into it and finesse it, I think you do really well. Now I pick these guys up off the floor just simply so they're not as cold as it would be down there. It's definitely going to be warmer up here. The fish room runs about 26 degrees, so I'm not concerned at all. I've got I don't know how it is at the moment, I haven't checked since I've been home, but what does that say? 26.8, 73% humidity. So yeah, it's pretty close to 26 all the time. So that's where they're going to live for tonight, and you'll see the outcome of their move and the change of everything up there in the next video if you are so inclined as to watch. So right now, Brutus and I are just preparing to move these guys over, which I will do a quick time lapse on. I'm pretty keen to get them out of there. They've been in there for ages, both the rainbows and the cories in there. As you can see down there, they will really enjoy the cories being over there. The rainbows I'm going to put up here, put the other ones up here. If anything, I think the males are sorties are harassing them trying to breed with them. But these are pretty special rainbows, these guys, so they look beautiful. Everyone's hungry, obviously. They're settled in. Then I had the blue lacustris in there before, so there was 4 in there originally. We're down to 3 now, but those guys have settled in pretty well. Again, I'll take a bit more footage once I've shut the door. I'm just going to get into this right now. Just gave this a quick glass clean, refilling it now, and I might drain some more out. I'll see. How we ended up was all these little guys. There's I counted 19. There might be 20, but there's at least 19 in there. Only 2 or 3 Adolphos, the rest are stir-bys. And I have counted 30 in here now. I know there's more, but yeah, at least 30. So I'm going to tip these guys in now and make them very happy. So let's get this bucket up and out. Okay, I might just try to set this up so I can get a better shot. The good thing about cories is you can just push them out, not like shrimp. Double check the bucket, nothing in there. And these guys, won't they be happy? That's a much bigger floor plan for them to rip around in. See the size difference. But in any event, they will be very happy together. Okay, now the light blue on this morning, so I've just chucked a cheap $19 one from Bunnings, so but it seems to light that up okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to it. I think I'll just leave it now and let it sort of settle in for waiting for the Icaras to come across to their new home for their next new home before they go outside. Okay, so that's these tanks all cleaned up. I did a water change on this one. Put that timber and a few little ornaments in front. Trying to blend the 2 tanks and then the outside. I think it looks right. Some people might think it looks a bit tacky, but these guys love a water change, especially the shrimp. I noticed there was one up here. Yeah, he's still there, or she's still there, coming out of the sponge filter to flow out of there. So, yep, happy with that one. Now, won't surprise you to learn I've changed my mind again. So, I decided when I got these guys out of here, I would set this up specifically for the angels, which you can see with all the roots and sticks and bits and pieces. I planted some Blixa japonica down here because I like to say Blixa japonica. So I've got a front area here that should be pretty good for them to feed on, but to get in amongst all of this is pretty much perfect angel territory for the babies. I will put their sawasatang in there as well. I'm going to put some shrimp in there. I think the top looks good. I think they'll be comfortable that they're covered, and I've sort of tried to blend the 2 scapes together. Lady shrimp still in there. So yeah, so they're not going to go over here with the whole horde of the Icaras, because it doesn't really make sense if you sit down and think about it, that I've got this wish list spawning of angels over here doing brilliantly. Maybe no lights is the way to film these guys. So they're ticking over nicely. I'm not concerned about them, but I don't want to then change that by sticking them in there and be worrying about them every night and other angels getting harassed by the Icaras. So, speaking of which, they're all doing well. So, so that's really I think the plan at this stage. I've dropped some eucalyptus leaves and some branches in for these guys, just dead ones that were on the ground after the storm. Yes, it will add tannins and lower the pH, do all those sorts of things. I also put bulbitis that I found. I actually just jammed that between the plastic on the sponge filter and just pushed the sponge down and jammed it in there for the time being. So that'll keep that going. I also it was a reasonably productive day. I've got bucket full of plants, which is pretty cool. So they'll go into the scape, or the scapes, the multiple scapes I'm going to do for the betas. But I got this tank, at least the glass cleaned, with a ton of moss at the back, which I think looks awesome. But I'm going to get it out, but not today. So I really like seeing these guys again. They've been hidden away behind a whole heap of algae on that glass. Got a bit more air in there for them as well. So they're doing well. Tetras are doing well. Now this cleaned up, I think, pretty good. So it is the morning after the night before. Surprise! And I wasn't 100% certain just because of the age, but also thought they were pretty darn close. But if you can see, I've got a spawning, most likely of stir-by eggs, all over the place. They're still a bit fiery down there, really. So yeah, we've got eggs all over the place. I don't know whether I'm going to pull them off. I probably could, should. What do you reckon, Zig? Hey? Yeah, I know. You want to go out in the sun? We will. So, yeah, this is the, I guess, just another example of if you do stir up a tank,
particularly with Corys that are of age, they take it as a sign to breed. We also had the storms over those couple of days as well, so that would have changed the barometric pressure. I dropped the water temp. I had straight cold water out of the tap going into there, so that would have been pretty cool. And then I also put a heater in there to bring it back up. So anyway, another pleasant surprise, and I'm pretty happy with that result. Okay, well, that was the tank teardown video. I've got a whole heap of eggs behind me, which is really good. Hop off now, go on. He's been, yeah, indecisive to say the least. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and spending the time with me. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the content. If you are, I would love for you to like and subscribe. It means the world to us. It actually just inspires me just to keep making video content for you guys. Which next week's video, I will hopefully have the betas into their new homes and the bio type setups that I run for them, and I'm going to explain how to do that as well. After that, there's so many things that are just piling up I need to get done. So I really hope that, you stick around and you enjoy the journey with me, with Ziggy and Brutus. We really appreciate it. Thank you again for your time. Cheers. Bye for now. We've got a couple of good things we've got to get done today, so I thought I'd film it. What's down there, Sheriff? It looks like a magpie. Yeah, it's a magpie. What's it doing? Now you put me off. Stop it. So today's video will be an interesting one. I don't know where I was. Okay, so today's... come on. That was you walking past me, doofus. Alright, I got it this time. So, not to cast aspersions on your name, Brutus. Alright, well, I think... wow, you were really good. Why are you so good? Why are you so good? Yeah, I love you too. Yeah, come here. Oh, which one of you farted? Oh, that man, Brutus. So that was so that was the tank teardown video. I hope you Zig, man, give me a second, please, dude. No, sit. Thank you. You didn't want to be picked up, dude. What's going on? I'm really enjoying. I'm getting to hang out with the dogs and the fish, and stay away from Mrs. Fish Room, maybe. Not that. No, I can't put that in.